Before this next update, I just want to state for the record that I am of sound mind and body, and due to a traumatic experience as a child with my hood getting caught on a tree branch, I'd never Epstein myself. That out of the way, it's time to be a little extra careful, because I figured out who killed JFK. After my last update, I decided to take a closer look at Prescott Bush, and this is what I found. In the last video, I mentioned that Prescott Bush was the VP and director of Union Banking Corp, which financed the Nazis and was involved in the business plot of 1933 to overthrow the government. But did you know that Prescott Bush sponsored Nixon when he ran for Senate, and then sponsored Nixon again when he ran for president after Lyndon B. Johnson? Of course, Nixon was involved with the Watergate scandal where E. Howard Hunt was arrested. After that, Hunt sent Nixon a message asking for $2 million to keep his mouth shut, after which Nixon contacted the Justice Department and said that they need to stop investigating Hunt or they would uncover the whole Bay of Pigs thing. In 1978, Hunt sued Spotlight magazine for slander after they made the statement, Hunt was in Dallas the day President was murdered and was deeply involved in the conspiracy to kill JFK. Ultimately, the statements were found to be not slander, meaning he was involved. But what about Lee Harvey Oswald? Wagner Carr, the Attorney General of Texas, during the Warren Commission, stated that Lee Harvey Oswald was an FBI informant with the ID number S17. Lee Harvey Oswald was taken out by Jack Ruby, who worked for Nixon per records from 1947. He also Epsteined himself. A few days after the assassination, J. Edgar Hoover, the director of the FBI, sent out a memo claiming that a CIA agent named George Bush was involved with anti-Castro militias that were deeply involved in the assassination. George Bush is the owner of Zapata Oil Company located 30 miles north of Cuba, putting him in the right place to be involved with anti-Castro militias. Coincidentally, all three of these people are confirmed to be in Dallas at the time of the assassination. So Prescott Bush, Robert Lovett, George H., George W., and several other of the founding members of the CIA were all members of the Yale fraternity Skull and Bones, whose main belief is in a plutocracy, world ruled by the wealthy. But I'm just a crazy guy in a cabin connecting dots. There's definitely nothing fishy about an oil tycoon becoming the director of the CIA, then becoming the president of the United States, going to war with an oil-bearing country. Then his son becomes president, and 9 months later there's a terrorist attack which instigates a war with an oil-bearing country, based on false evidence provided by the CIA. Sure, it's just coincidence.